a biopsychosocial review. The content of this presentation will include a brief introduction, thesis statement, background, which will include the cause and health complications of the topic, statistics, stakeholders, which will include parents and other families, communities, and society, as I will also address the cure, lifestyle habits, the conclusion, and my references. Introduction. Obesity is a major issue that continues to become a health problem and has become one of the most important epidemic concerns as it triggers individuals' lifestyle decrease. According to Carpe 2016, obesity is becoming a global problem that is affecting millions of individuals worldwide. Studies continue to indicate that overweight and obesity are associated with an increase in mortality and considerable reduction in life expectancy. Obesity occurs in various age, genders, and ethnic. However, unlike other public health challenges, there seems to not be a single solution to help decrease percentages. There's so many individuals behind this epidemic, from environmental, community factors as well as state and federal policies that seem to contribute to the overweight and obesity epidemic. The purpose of this presentation is to help define overweight and obesity, to discuss the prevalence around the nation and within the state, to describe the contributing factors and cost and consequences to individuals and society. As mentioned by Dan 2011, the possible steps that can be taken from public health officials and other source of support. As our body continues to evolve into a fat hoarding machine, we are the only ones in control of either. However, being diagnosed with the term obesity can become a problem due to the various factors that will need to be taken into consideration. As I present to you, let's take into consideration the importance of this issue as it continues to grow. My thesis statement is to focus on the obesity as it is a fast-growing epidemic among adults and children due to accumulation of fat in the organism and much more. The controversy in reference to obesity. In order to understand the actual meaning of these two terms, we must understand the meaning of them. According to Carnett 2012, there's so much controversy in reference to the two terms. Obesity is about having too much fat in the body. It is related with the eating patterns and habits which play an important part in order to live a healthy life. Therefore, obesity occurs with different causes that lead to several impacts on an individual, whereas overweight is considered to be much or more than what you should actually have based on your height and your age, known as BMI. Statistics have shown that it's estimated that approximately 300 million individuals worldwide are currently facing obesity or overweight problems. In the last 40 years, childhood obesity has increased tremendously. More than one-third of adults are considered to be obese. Almost 3 in 4 men are considered to be overweight or obese. The estimated annual medical cost on individuals who are facing obesity in the US has been of approximately 147 billion. just in the year 2008. Obesity is higher among the ages of 40 to 59 years old rather than those in their 20s and 39 years of age. Figure 1 will demonstrate an estimated percentage based on an individual's BMI among adults within the age of 20s and older. Figure 2 will demonstrate an estimated percentage by sex. According to the statistics, 74% of men are either overweight or obese. As you will see in figure 1, normal weight of an underweight person, the overweight BMI of a person between the ages of 25 to 29, the obesity of an individual that's 30 and up, and the extreme obesity of an individual that's 40. Those are the percentages. Figure 2, as you would see, is the overweight based on man and woman based on the statistics from 2009 and 2010. Men are higher in obesity and overweight, whereas just obesity, men and women seem to be around the same. Figure 3 will demonstrate an estimated percentage by race and ethnic among adults between the ages of 20 and older. Figure 4 demonstrates an estimated percentage by age group between the ages 2 and 19 years old. According to the statistics, children continue to increase in weight gain. Figure 3, as you can see, the percentages based on race, African American and Hispanic percentages are higher than whites on overweight and obesity issues, as figure number 4 demonstrates the percentage of overweight and obesity among children within the ages of 2 up to the ages of 19, and based on what the statistics provides, children are continuing to face overweight or obesity issues. Background, a little bit of background in reference to obesity. Over one half of all Americans are either overweight or obese, according to Flagel 2012. Obesity affects any individual from young children to adults. Researchers and health professionals have determined that obesity has become a serious health problem, that once individuals are in it, it becomes a challenge for them to get out due to the effect in the individual's health. As mentioned by Carnick 2012, obesity is always being misunderstood by think about overweight. However, we will define what each term means throughout the presentation so that we can have a better understanding about both terms in general. I know in a previous slide I mentioned what each term meant, but I will describe it a little bit more. What are the causes of obesity? In order for our bodies to perform effectively, we must have enough energy. This type of energy basically comes from the food that we eat as well as our daily active lifestyle. However, after reviewing and going through this challenge myself, I determined what I did wrong that caused me to weigh approximately 300 pounds 3 years ago. Cause number 1. Overeating can affect individuals as it pushes them to get obese really easily. Obesity might affect individuals' appearance as it fat and chubby. It will reduce their self confidence. Diseases such as heart attacks, cancer, high blood pressure are one of the effects of obesity. Cause number two, lack of exercise is the cause of obesity as well. Without proper exercise, the functions of the detoxification system of the body is less effective due to the lack of sweating. The blood flow to the tissue in our body will decrease and make cause number three. Obesity mostly occurs when an individual is having an imbalanced diet. Malnutrition will occur when individual only consumes on specific that starches that they want. Individual may be incur an excessive consumption of fats and cholesterol. Health complications. Unfortunately, some pharmaceuticals cause our body to store more fat and gain weight. On the other hand, some illnesses cause our metabolism to burn very slow calories. Our metabolisms could act really slow depending on the medications that we are in. Some diseases lead the patient to slow down on their physical activity, and it slowly pushes them to slowly weight gain without them noticing. Some of the complications that occur during obesity can be the following: type 2 diabetes, strokes, high blood pressure, gallbladder diseases, sleep apnea, depression, metabolic syndrome. All of these issues could either retain water, cause you to be more hungry, less energetic, or some people just use it as an excuse. Involvement. The involvement within the obesity and overweight issues is based on the dependent variable, in this case, the obesity and the BMI increase on individuals. However, there's so many independent variables that we as individuals or those of professionals need to look at as they help those who are willing to change within themselves. Some of those independent variables consist of the individual's age, the number of children within the head of household, and the amount of exercise throughout the day or week. Addressing the cure. Individuals whose body mass index is more than 30% or higher are considered obese. As mentioned previously, individuals who are facing obesity issues tend to be experiencing some kind of self esteem issues among them, which means that in order to even address it to them about a possible cure, medical professionals should be very careful. Some individuals could be experiencing anxiety and depression, which could be the reason of excessive weight gain. They find comfort by eating or just sitting down and not doing much. Lifestyle habits. Those lifestyle habits are not just eating right and portion control. It is also about participating in an approximately 30-minute of moderate physical activity each day. This helps your children engage with other children besides just family. This will help parents limit television and other electronics to a limited time to encourage physical activity participation. And I noticed that as I was losing weight, that I spend more time with my children doing exercise now. This is the food pyramid. The food pyramid is a very effective tool that we should always relate to in case of any questions or concerns. These are the dietary guidelines for a healthy full diet. Making adjustments. Personally speaking, throughout my weight loss, I had to learn how to effectively eat the right portions. I must admit, at times at times I had a really hard time now, but I stop and think why I started. According to English 2013, WIC agencies show mother how to implement healthy eating habits in proper portions since the baby is born. However, not a lot of parents take that into consideration, myself being one of them. Getting started. As parents, we are in charge of making sure that our children are getting enough to eat. However, some parents take that responsibility by feeding their children more than what they should. We are the ones in charge to promote healthy eating habits. As we serve a wide variety of healthy foods, are in charge of controlling portion size, and most importantly, be a positive role model. We are the ones that could help those statistics decrease. Conclusion: obesity has brought a lot of disadvantages or negative impacts internally and externally in various humans' lives. To sum up, everyone should have start to concern with their health and conditions in daily lifestyles from now on to avoid obesity. A balanced diet and regular exercise would be the key to a healthy lifestyle. Remember, it's never too late to start, as we are an example to those around us. We cannot expect our children to eat healthy if we do not set the example. So, in order for us to help decrease the percentages in the statistics based on what I have provided, we are the ones that need to help our children know how to eat properly and take overweight and obesity away from them. These and thank you